installation, servicing, and maintenance of water cooler and dispensers. Hello, my name is Jared. I welcome you all to today's class. In this module, we are going to learn to install, service, and maintain water coolers and dispensers. And at the end of this particular session, you will be able to install water cooler or water dispenser to service and maintain a storage type water cooler or water dispenser. Now, let us take a look at the equipment, materials, and tools required to do this exercise.
Tools or instruments required are trainee kit 1 number, stabilizer 1 number, hammer medium size 1 number, nail remover 1 number, steel ruler 1 number, screw spanners to numbers, pipe wrench to numbers, pipe thread maker 1 number, spirit level indicator 1 number, tong tester 1 number, screwdriver 150 mm and 300 mm, combination plier 1 number, wire stripper 1 number, thermometer digital type or dial type or stem type 0 to plus 50 degrees Celsius 1 number, stopwatch 1 number, vacuum cleaner 1 number. Equipment required: water cooler new one of required type 1 number, water cooler storage type 1 number. Materials or components required: wooden packs, GI pipes, float assembly 1 number, wax polish, clean cloth, insulation tape 1 roll, oil or grease. Insulation materials to wrap water line, soap solution 100 milliliters, clean water, Teflon tape 25 mm width 1 roll, terminal clip all types 10 numbers each, hose clips 10 mm, 12 mm and 16 mm diameter 5 numbers each, starting relay 1 number, starting capacitor 1 number, overload protector 1 number, enamel paint required color 50 milliliters, paint brush 12 mm width 1 number, emery sheet hard 1 sheet, PVC insulated 1 core copper, wire 1.5 square millimeters or 2.5 square millimeters 5 meters each. Note: to be compatible with the compressor. Now, let us see how to install a water cooler or water dispenser. Task 1. Install water cooler or water dispenser. To begin with the task of installing the water cooler or water dispenser, first, you need to choose an appropriate location. It should be a well-ventilated area, free from any obstructions and direct sunlight. Make sure there's a water supply nearby, preferably within 5 meters for easy connection in case of a water cooler. Additionally, ensure there are no noisy appliances nearby and the environment is free from pollution. Ensure drain facilities are nearby for draining out water from the water cooler or water dispenser. Also, make sure there's ample space around the cooler for future servicing. Once you've selected the location, unpack the water cooler from its wooden crate. Follow the instructions on the crate and gather the necessary tools. Remove the nails at the top cover, wooden, and side covers carefully using nail remover or hammer, and then unlock and loosen the bolts at the bottom of the crate. Remove the bottom wooden legs by lifting out the unit out of the crate, placing all removed wooden parts aside for future use. Inspect the cooler for any damages or missing parts and clean its outer surfaces with a dry cloth. Check whether all components, including electrical parts or components, are in good condition. Check for any damages anywhere in and outside the water cooler. Check out cooler lids or gaskets. Note down the damages or missing of parts. If any, inform the manufacturer or supplier. Remove the bottom panels using screwdriver or spanner. Check all the inner parts, compressor, condenser, wiring, pipelines and controls for any damages and put back the panel or cover over it. Check out for scratches at the unit body and paint condition. Position the water cooler. After unpacking, it's time to position the water cooler. Clean and level the surface where the unit will be installed, ensuring it's stable and using a spirit level indicator. Place the cooler on a concrete platform. Use rubber pads under the legs to prevent vibrations. Position it facing an open area for better condensation and away from direct sunlight. Ensure there are no obstructions nearby and place or position the unit nearest to the power or water line. Provide ample clearance on all sides for servicing. Connect water line or drain line. Next, connect the water and drain lines. Measure the shortest distance between the unit and the water supply and gather the necessary materials like bends and valves. Prepare the connections with fittings and marks on paper for reference. Provide check valve or regulating valve at any one of the end. Use threads and putty at the pipe threads before connecting pipes and provide clamps on the walls for support. Use a hose pipe at the inlet point of the water cooler. Connect the pipes with necessary bends or fittings at excess water line of the storage tank. Run it to the drain line. Provide a drain line to remove waste water and spillage of water from the draining surface. Install a float assembly if not provided by the manufacturer and position the drain line at a slanting angle for proper water flow. Ensure all the G.I. fittings are well tightened and free from leaks. Provide a dummy plug at the storage tank and tighten it. It will be used for cleaning or servicing the tank by removing the plug. Lastly, place a rubber pad or wooden stand in front of the water cooler for added stability, providing AP trap at the drawn line to avoid water blockages. Note: no pipeline connection needed for self-contained and mini, bottle-covered water coolers. Only drain line to be provided to take out spilled water at the draining area. Operate the unit, water cooler. Before starting to operate the water cooler unit, it's crucial to perform several checks and preparations. Firstly, verify the voltage at the socket using a tong tester or multimeter to ensure it's within the appropriate range. Next, inspect the electrical wiring in the installation area to ensure proper earthing and fix any issues if necessary. Use the recommended plug with the correct amperage. Ensure all electrical connections are securely fastened and insulated to prevent any accidents. Check for any loose contacts at the terminals before powering up the unit. It's advisable to use a stabilizer to mitigate voltage fluctuations that could potentially harm the unit. Inspect all mechanical aspects of the unit and address any issues before starting it up. Make sure the fan blades are tightly secured in the condensing unit. Once everything is checked, start the unit and observe its performance closely. Monitor the temperature of various components such as the suction, liquid, and discharge lines to ensure proper functioning. Check for frost formation on the storage tank without water, known as the dry coil test, and observe a few cycles, cut out, cut in, of dry level test at the storage tank. Open the water line to fill up the tank and observe the amperage and voltage at regular intervals, recording the readings. Note the water inlet temperature and the temperature drop at each hour. Stir the water in the storage tank periodically. Continue monitoring the voltage and amperes at constant intervals throughout operation. Watch for the cutout and cut-in performance of the cooler unit and note any temperature differentials. Provide customers with information about the technical aspects of the water cooler and how to use it effectively. Additionally, inform them about general maintenance procedures and how to troubleshoot and stop the unit in case of any electrical or mechanical problems. This ensures they can operate the unit safely and efficiently. Now that you have learned how to install a water cooler or dispenser, let's learn how to service it. To begin, switch off the appliance and disconnect it from the power source by removing the plug from the socket if it's in down position. Then, close the inlet water valve to halt the water supply. Next, empty the water tank by continuously opening or pressing the faucet until all the water is drained out completely. Note, the water in the tank can be taken out through the drain or remote port also, which is available at the back side. Once the tank is emptied, open the door of the water cooler and use a damp cloth to clean the inner surface of the tank. For better cleaning, you can apply a few drops of soap solution to the tank surface. Afterward, wipe off the soap solution by rinsing with clean water and draining the mixture. After cleaning, thoroughly dry the inner surface of the tank using a clean, dry cloth and leave the door open for about 10 minutes to allow the tank to air dry. Moving on to the exterior, clean the sheet metal surface of the appliance using a clean cloth, either dry or damp with water. If needed, you can use soap solution for better cleaning. Ensure to wipe off any soap residue for a final clean surface. Now, on to checking the water valves. Firstly, ensure that the water tank is clean and dry before proceeding. Partially open the inlet valve slowly and observe if water flows into the tank through the float valve. Test the float valve's operation by manually lifting its lever with the ball to see if the water flow inside the tank stops or reduces. Inspect the float ball for any leaks by holding it. If it feels heavier, it may indicate water trapped inside due to a leak. Replace the float ball if necessary. Check for any water leaks around the pipe joints near the walls and tighten them using pipe wrenches if leaks are detected. Note, don't forget to close the main water valve at the overhead water tank when carrying out repairs in pipelines walls. Once all checks are done, allow the water to flow into the tank until it reaches its maximum level. Ensure that the water flow stops after reaching the maximum limit, indicating that the float valve has closed properly. This ensures the proper functioning of the water dispenser. Clean the refrigeration parts and components. The process begins with disconnecting the appliance from the electrical power supply. Next, unscrew the screws to open the door of the condensing unit. Using a clean cloth, wipe down the compressor body and then clean the refrigerant pipe lines with a paintbrush. The condenser fins should be cleaned by blowing air over the surface with an air blower. Note, wear eye goggles and hand gloves and wear a mask on the face if necessary. In areas where the air blower can't reach, a vacuum cleaner may be used if necessary. The fan blade should be wiped clean with a dry cloth. Check the mechanical electrical parts. Moving on to checking mechanical and electrical parts, ensure that fan motor mounting bolts are tight and secure. Similarly, check and tighten compressor mounting bolts if necessary. Any loose connections in the electrical wiring should be addressed. Verify that the unit is on a flat, even surface. Replace defective parts components. Defective parts or components should be replaced as needed. This includes checking for leaks or loose joints in water pipes and replacing them if necessary. Mounting bolts, nuts, or washers that are rusted should also be replaced. If the fan blade is defective or broken, it should be replaced, as should any defective compressor spare parts. To check for leaks in refrigerant lines, create a soap solution by mixing clean water with soap and apply it to the joints of the refrigerant tubes using a paintbrush. Check thoroughly for any leaks, ensuring there are none. Paint the sheet metal parts. Inspect the base plate for any rust formation and address it by rubbing with emery sheet and cleaning with a cloth. Paint any surfaces as needed and allow them to dry. Finally, to check the performance of the unit, ensure all parts and components are cleaned and checked, defective parts are replaced, and there are no leaks in the refrigerant tubes. Refix the condensing unit store, fill the tank with water, set the thermostat too low, reconnect the unit to the electrical power supply, and switch it on. Observe readings and record values in the provided tabular column on the record sheet. Task 2 involves precaution or routine maintenance of a water cooler or water dispenser. Firstly, for routine maintenance and servicing of the fan motor, the front cover is removed to access the components. Clean the fan blade thoroughly and then remove the fan motor for cleaning. Using a brush and air blower, clean the condenser fins and all the fan motor before reassembling the fan blade. Next, all parts are cleaned and the mounting of controls, motors, and compressor is checked for tightness. Examine the thermostat to ensure proper cut-in and cut-out temperature setting using a thermometer. Any leaks in the water connections should also be checked thoroughly. The water purifier is inspected by examining the water filter, AquaGuard, or filter connections. Cleaning, backwashing, or replacing the filtering and purifying agent should be performed as necessary. Address any water leaks from the inlet and outlet connections promptly. After servicing, evaluate the performance by connecting an ammeter to check amperage, testing the temperature of the drinking water delivered through the faucets, and assessing any noise or vibration issues. These steps ensure the water cooler or dispenser is properly maintained and functioning effectively.
We have come to the end of the exercise. Thus, in this exercise, we have learnt to install, service, and maintain water cooler or water dispensers. Hope you have clarity on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you all. We'll see you in the next video.